Spear. What if I told you that getting rich has almost nothing to do with getting a sudden windfall of money? Most people think wealth starts with a big paycheck, a lucky break, or a hot stock tip. But that's a myth. Real, lasting financial success begins with a set of quiet, unglamorous habits that no one ever sees and no one ever claps for. If you're already doing some of these, trust me, your financial future is about to look very different. Think about it. Nearly every financially successful person you can name started with these habits long before they had a high net worth. There was no flexing on social media, no luxury cars, no designer clothes, just quiet, consistent moves that laid the foundation for everything that came later. So, what are these secret habits? The first one is tracking your money before you even have much money to track. I know, it sounds incredibly boring, and honestly, that's the point. Wealth building isn't about excitement, it's about discipline. Before people build serious wealth, they start paying attention. They develop a simple system to know where their money is going. It doesn't have to be perfect down to the last penny, but it has to be consistent. The moment you stop guessing where your cash went and start tracking it, you'll be amazed at how money stops mysteriously disappearing from your account. You gain control. The second quiet habit is intentionally delaying upgrades. This one is huge. Malog. What do most people do the second they get a raise or a bonus? They upgrade their lifestyle. New phone, new car, bigger apartment, more expensive dinners. Future wealthy people do the exact opposite. They keep driving the same car, using the same phone, and sticking to their same affordable routines, even when they could easily afford better. Why? Because they understand a fundamental secret. The gap between what you earn and what you spend is the soil where wealth grows. The wider that gap, the faster your wealth tree grows. Next up, the third habit, quietly building an emergency fund. You'll never see someone post a selfie with their emergency savings account, but this habit is a financial superpower. Having a buffer of cash 3 to 6 months of living expenses, your entire psychology around money. When an unexpected car repair or medical bill pops up, you don't panic. You don't have to make desperate, short-sighted decisions. You don't have to rack up high-interest credit card debt. Feeling of peace of mind, knowing you can handle a financial shock, is often the very first sign that you're on the path to real success. The fourth habit is learning before you start investing big. Before successful people risk large amounts of their hard-earned money in the market, they invest their time. They read books, they listen to podcasts, they study the basics. They understand that a financial mistake driven by ignorance can cost far more than a few months of patient learning. They play the long game, and that starts with knowledge, not just capital. This brings us to the fifth habit, which might sound counterintuitive, talking less about money. In the early stages, before wealth really starts to build, successful people stop talking about the fancy things they want to buy and start focusing quietly on what they are building. There are no big announcements about their investment plans or their savings goals. The progress gets quiet right before it starts to compound. They let their results do the talking later on. They're too busy building to be bragging. And finally, the sixth habit is a profound mindset shift, thinking long-term. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this today?" they start asking a different question. What will this purchase cost my future self in 5 or 10 years? One shift in perspective changes everything. It reframes spending not as a one-time event, but as a trade-off with your future freedom and security. So take a moment and be honest with yourself. Are you practicing any of these habits? Are you doing even 2 or 3 of these things right now, tracking your spending? Delaying gratification, building a safety net too, are already miles ahead of the majority. Remember, wealth doesn't usually arrive with a loud bang. It arrives quietly, built by unseen habits, and then one day, it's just suddenly there. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos on building real, lasting wealth. See you in the next one.